signs. It's Amanda Beach with Cosmic Beach Consulting, and here is your Cosmic Surf Report for the last week of August 2016. Let's pull some cards, ride some waves. So we're closing out on Leo season. Sorry, Leos. And for all the fire signs who maybe have been spending a lot of time putting things off because of impromptu plans, parties, obligations, events, or just kind of, general escapist behavior. This week is going to be kind of the week where we come back to task. Patience is a huge theme for the fire signs this week. And patience with the people that we're working around and the people that are in our support network is a huge, huge theme. Expectations are going to be a little high, going into Virgo season. It always, Virgo is the I analyze, they really think about everything. And Virgo has, they see all parts of the problem. So when we're kind of like moving into the sun in Virgo, we're seeing that kind of like that Virgo vision where it's like, you can kind of distill something to the purest form and really kind of see what the root cause is. And, it's nothing personal, it's just business. But if the root cause is, this behavior or this expectation, then, that cause needs to be managed, because that's kind of the key to working with this energy, especially, with Saturn direct Sagittarius, Mars and Saturn are like having a time. So this, this talks about patience. This also talks about, really thinking about where you put your faith this week. Really thinking about choices that you make before you put your energy somewhere. So rather, if you're somebody who's looking for a mentor, maybe spend some time and really consider what you want out of a mentor, and maybe not the first one that you found, or maybe not the just like the easiest, or the one that's kind of like the flashiest, or or rather that be that, or a teacher, or even like a social group. Try to kind of get back to basics when it comes to your socialization, because especially for Leos, your birthday is just over. You've probably seen like 1,000 people. We're going into Mercury retrograde. Retrogrades always bring reunions, so there's going to be people reappearing, or their emphasis in your life becoming bigger as we go into like the next 4 weeks. And Mercury is retrograde like 18 to 20% of the time, so it's like, it's not a huge thing to fear. I'm going to do a special about it, but it's like something to be aware of, and to kind of like be able to like use that energy to like, to your advantage. So I would be reserved with my communication and commitments this week. And then also I talk about social burnout. You know what I mean? Like you might have like an extrovert hangover day. Maybe you had a lot of events this last weekend, closing out summer, everybody's starting school. It's pretty chaotic. Some of you might not be as structured, or not structured at all, and you kind of have to redo all the work you did last year at this time, especially those of you that are parents, and kind of get back into your fall groove, and also readjusting for finances, looking at your resources and how you can spend them differently is going to be kind of a theme, revisiting all of that, and possibly having to figure out where you're moving things financially speaking, whether that's like if you need to pay something off, or if you're moving and you have a deposit. We have Jupiter going into Libra, so that's going to be everybody's going to be like redoing their house, moving to a bigger space, depending on where all that activity is in their personal chart. But if you're somebody who's already expanding your living area or moving house, this might be the week that you have to kind of get all that paperwork in. Virgo rules process, and there's a lot of process to talk about in your reading. So, this also talks about self-focus and what self-focus can mean to you. So self-focus isn't necessarily to manifest as being selfish, but if you decide to take some time off this week, make sure that you, if you've been someone who's been particularly needy, or been relying on friends heavily, make sure that, in this murky communication, Mercury zone that we're in right now, make sure that, like if you're going to take some time off from people, because sometimes we only come at people with our passion and we forget to say thank you, that you let them know that you are just going to like take a couple of days off, and you appreciate them being there for you. Or let, if people have been very compassionate, try to reflect that back to them some way, and maybe taking the midweek like frustrated anxiety energy and putting that into some gratitude practice instead. I always feel better when I say thank you. So You can contact me at cosmicbeachconsulting.com. I think you guys are having a pretty excellent week. I mean, there's a lot of growth coming, and a lot of distilling and bringing things back to basics. And I think that's going to be well received for you guys. So, my name is Amanda Beach. Follow me on Facebook, facebook.com/Cosmic Beach Consulting, and I will see you guys next week.